Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to watch today's video. Always appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about fishing poppers in the fall time of the year, the old style chugger. There's a specific situation where this bait works really, really good in the fall time of the year. Like any other topwater, everything's situational. So I'm going to give you guys the prime scenario for these chuggers in today's video. I think it's going to help you guys get some good fish. Also, guys, just like to invite everybody out there, if you haven't done it, just to please consider subscribing here to the Fishing Teacher. We're working really hard to try to hit that 20,000 subscriber mark. So much appreciated if you could do that. It's free and easy, and big thank you if you do that. Okay, guys, the two chuggers, there's two primary ones that I use. I use the Megabass Pop Max, which is the big one here. And this isn't just an old, it's called a Ken Pop. I don't even think they make it anymore. It's just like the old Pop R, the regular size Pop R, but there's two different sizes. You got the big one, the big Pop Max, and which is like the big Pop R, and then you've got the regular, chugger type here. So there's two different scenarios that I fish these two baits in. Now, first of all, I'm gonna give you guys a really, really good way to catch bass easy on a chugger in the fall time of the year. If you're fishing in the months of October and November, and you've got water temperature between, say, like, maybe 60 to 70 degrees, which a lot of the country, has 60 to 70 degree water in November and December, or excuse me, October and November. All you have to do is look for riprap. This is a riprap fall pattern. I don't care, guys, if it's a bridge riprap, if it's a riprap on a causeway, if it's riprap between boat docks. There's something in the fall time of the year when that water starts to cool down close to 60 degrees and below, that these fish get on riprap, and they like these little chuggers for some reason. And also, guys, I'll put my chugger for everything in my tackle warehouse link. If you guys would like to pick up a couple, you can use that link in the description of the video. So that's the first thing. It's the easy way to find them, because everybody can find riprap. It's the easiest, probably the most heavily fished type of water on a lake, but for good reason, because the bass use them. A lot of fish use them. A lot of, crawdads, minnows, everything use riprap. So this is the first thing you need to do. The second thing you need to do, guys, is you got to be out there during a low light condition, which is pretty obvious. It's typical topwater, low light condition. So either earlier in the morning where there's some shade on the bank, or my favorite time is sort of on some type of a cloudy, little misty, rainy day. That's going to be perfect. And you need to have the water visibility. Now, this is really key. Water visibility needs to be anywhere between, say, 2 to 3.5 feet in that zone, which a lot of lakes have 2 to 3.5 foot of visibility. If you got, below 2 foot of visibility, I've never really done that great on it. And if you got clear water, like water visibility 4 feet or clearer, I haven't done that great on it. So that, zone, that 2 to 3.5 feet is going to be really, really good. So that's your scenario. Riprap banks, low light conditions, 2 to 3.5 foot of visibility. Now, how I determine which one, whether I'm using the big Megabass Pop Max or the regular smaller chugger like this Ken Pop, has to do with the wind. If you don't have any wind, like if it's a calm day out there where it's super slick and it just feels like the fishing is a little tougher, go to the smaller chugger. It's always going to be a little bit better. I usually use it on like 12-pound test monofilament line. And if you have some chop on the water, like some type of a little ripple, that's when I go to the bigger one, like the Pop Max, because it creates a little bit more disturbance. It seems like it makes a big difference between. So based upon the wind, I don't have a really preference between the two. I just let the wind dictate that. And another thing with it, in the fall time of the year, you need to sort of slow your presentation down. So a lot of time with the chugger, guys, I'll throw it out there and I'll chug it and I'll keep it coming. So where, the bait is sort of just splashing through the water like that. In the fall time of the year, when that water temperature gets in the 60s, I slow it down a little bit. So I go like this. I'll go bloop, 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 and let it pause. Bloop, 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 let it pause. So I go bloop, 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 and I'll let it sit there. Maybe not until the ripples dissipate, but let it sit there for, 2 or 3 seconds and go bloop, 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 let it sit there. You need to keep it in that strike zone a little bit longer for some reason. In the warmer months, like if I'm fishing one in the summer, I'll fish a little bit faster, but in the fall time of the year, they seem like they like it slowed down a little bit. But anyway, guys, it's a great way to catch them. Another reason that a popper works really good in those situations is it works better in what I call a tight area. So let's say, for example, you're fishing between a row of boat docks that has some, riprap bank on it. where you've only got like 30 or 40 foot of distance there, you can slow the chugger down and you can cover that area more thoroughly than you could with like a buzzbait or a walk-in topwater. So it allows you to really, really thoroughly saturate the area. And another thing with the chugger, guys, is don't make a super long cast with it. Keep your cast sort of a medium distance. Just seems like you get, you know, better action on the bait and you catch more fish. So normally my cast is going to be, I don't know, anywhere between probably 30 to 40 foot long, you know, on a chugger cast. So anyway, I hope it helps out, guys. We'll talk later.